Hi, I'm Professor Frankly, otherwise known as Prof. Frankly, and I have been writing fan fiction for a pretty long time, years actually. Uh, Although I've only been really publishing in the last 8 years, I think like most of us, we started writing just for ourselves. At any rate, I'm one of the pair of co-hosts for the Ineffable Cons panel on the round robin fiction writing. And I volunteered to do this short video with the instructional portion of that panel so that you could see it again, because it was pretty challenging to capture what actually happened in the panel on the screen, because it was a very interactive sort of a workshop. So this short video focuses on the technique that I introduced to help us get started with our fan fiction writing. Now, I've been a fan fiction writer, but I've also am a professional nonfiction writer, and this is a technique that I have used over time for both fiction and nonfiction writing because it's a good way of helping to organize your thoughts around a topic, especially if you've been given some sort of a prompt or a general area that you just don't know quite know what to don't know how to start. And so I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you the handouts that I had created, and these are available in the description for this video. And I call it the spider technique because it really does look like a spider, doesn't it? In the center, you have a big circle, and that, if you were doing this by hand, you would draw around whatever your area of interest is. For example, one of my first stories I had to write as a reporter professionally was about gas prices. No idea. I wrote gas prices in the middle and drew a big circle around it. What next? Well, what next? Indeed. If you have a prompt, this is what you do. You put your prompt in the middle, and then around the outside, you start with your who, what, where, when, how, why. And if you're writing fiction, you can add style and genre. Now, with my gas prices story, I also added several more who's. Who cares about this? Who might know something about this? Because I was looking for sources and people to talk to. But when it comes to fiction, I think it's important to focus on style and genre as well. So you put your prompt in the middle and you have these questions around the outside, and uh, what you do with them then helps shape the story. So I took one of our prompts, and we had several for the workshop, and we had a huge list of adverbs in homage to Mr. Gaiman. And I'm sure we'd be happy to share those prompts too if people are interested in them. But we had a noun, we had a verb, we had an adverb. And so mine here were the Bentley, drive, which was nice to get a verb that went with the noun, and distractedly was my adverb. So I put that in the middle and I put my circle around it. And then to the right, who? Well, if it's the Bentley, I decided it better be Crowley, right? Crowley's the one who's going to be driving. What? Well, he's going on a drive somewhere. Where? See, I had to answer that question next, and I decided he was going to the bookshop. When? Well, I decided he'd probably slept in the morning, so he was going to the bookshop in the evening. How? Well, that's answered for me in the prompt, isn't it? He's taking the Bentley and he's driving distractedly, so I've just got an arrow right back to the center. Why? Another way to put this is, what's the motivation for the action? Why is he doing this? Well, I wrote wine. He's going for wine at the bookshop with a zero fail. So style, what kind of style am I going to write this in? I decided since it's Crowley centric and it features the Bentley, it's going to be in Crowley style. Okay, whatever that means to you. Crowley's got style, and that's how I'm going to write that. And then what genre? I mean, is this going to be a comedy? Is it going to be horror? Is it going to be angst? Is it going to be hurt comfort? Well, I decided I was in the mood for fluff. So this was going to be comedy, and I was going to write something funny about Crowley driving distractedly to the bookshop of an evening to have wine with a zero fail. Have I written this yet? No. But I do have a plan now for how this story is going to go. So that is the technique that I demonstrated, and I am happy to answer questions about it. If you want to get a hold of me, you can find me under my Prof. Frankly username on Discord. And I'm happy to answer questions about this or any other writing technique you're interested in. Good luck with your prompts, and I hope you found this helpful. Take care.